Regardless of whether you're using a cylindrical balance board like an Indo board or a spherical balance board like a scale board, this video will go over what you need to do in order to land a 180 shove-it. The trick is to simply jump and have the board make a half spin on its transverse axis before you land back on it without the board touching the ground. The move sounds simple, but the execution is not. Get ready to fall while you keep in mind these tips. Regardless of if you're using a cylindrical or spherical roller, the pivot point is going to be where the board meets the roller. If the board isn't even about this pivot point, you'll have to kick and push more with one side than the other, which is difficult to judge. To make this easier, if you have the roller right in the middle of the board, you'll only have to think about pushing and kicking evenly with both legs. This sets you up for step 2, which is kick and push. I've heard of people teaching the 180 shove-it by saying use your back foot to kick the board around. Instead of thinking about this, think about pushing with one foot and kicking with the other. This way, you're not relying on only one foot to do the work, and the likelihood of the board going awry is much less. This is just like trying to spin a quarter. Flicking just one side increases the likelihood of the quarter moving all over, not just spinning. But if you pull and push, the quarter not only spins, but it stays put. Kicking and pushing will make the board stay in one space and make it easier for you to spot the landing. Depending on what type of board you're using, the spin may be fast or slow. Get a sense for how quick your board will spin by doing a few test runs, as in do your steps 1 and 2, but land off the board. Spherical balance boards tend to spin fast, where cylindrical ones tend to spin slower because there's a lot of friction where the board meets the roller. To remedy this, try scooting the board back towards the edge of the roller so you spin on a point rather than an entire edge. Just make sure to land on the side of the board that's on the roller and not the overhung edge. Landing is the most daunting part of the whole trick because it all happens so fast, and if the board doesn't land where you expect, you could get hurt. But if you completed the first 3 steps appropriately, between starting with the roller in the middle of the board, kicking and pushing, and understanding how the board spins, you should have a very good idea about where the board will land. You just have to trust at this point. And there you go, how to do a 180 pop shove-it on an Indo board or a scale board. Hopefully this tutorial helps. Please let me know if you have any concerns in the comments below. And consider subscribing if you want more long drawn out explanations about how to do random things. Thank you all for watching and good luck.